After listening to Naira Marley speak, well, to me, that seems like a very calm person. That seems like a calm young man that is not given to much talking. And his appearance, how he looks, his hair, his kind of music would normally want to suggest otherwise. But in my own opinion, no, I see someone who is not given to much talking. That's someone that can pass for a quiet person. And I think he's very strong for him to even speak with this calmness after everything he's been through due to the demise of Mubad. He was accused, he bullied the young man, he killed the young man. And I think Mubad died by accident. And I have my reasons for saying that. But first things first, is Yogbede. At this point, I think that woman is paid by Iyabo to actually speak against very dark man, because Izogbede is somebody that have been known to speak for very dark man. In fact, the saga she has ongoing with Blessing CEO that have lasted years all started because of very dark man. Blessing CEO said very dark man was dirty, and then Izogbede took it up. He's my Edo brother. Why did you talk to him like that? Oh, Blessing CEO, you're this, Maginia, you're that. And then till now, she and Blessing CEO fight online at the slightest provocation. So, but very dark man also did not even acknowledge her. So it's almost as if he had seen through his Yogbede. So he didn't acknowledge her. So at first I thought it was just her being angry that very dark man did not acknowledge her, probably the kind of clout she expected to get at that time, because around Blessing CEO time it was a lot on the internet, but very dark man did not say anything about it. If he had said anything about it, it would have been a lot more, but he didn't say anything about it. At first I thought it was just that he did not acknowledge her, but now I'm beginning to think that Yabojo actually paid Izugbede, because come to think of it, first of all, um Mubad's demise came all of a sudden. And at, in the beginning, Iyabojo and Wumi seemed to be on the same side. Iyabojo protected Wumi so much. And it took maybe a year or more before Wumi came to grant interview on TVC, on Arise TV and all. Wumi said Mubad died in the hospital. Iyabojo said Mubad died in the house. And I feel like the reason why the whole justice for Mubad sprouted again was because of those interviews Wumi attended. And the first video Very Dark Man made there was, if you knew what killed him, why did you not tell us? Why did you let on go on believing it was the Malians? Though Very Dark Man from the first day was the only person that really stood for Naira Marley. Then I believe with the differences in their story, because a lot of persons started saying, oh, you and Iyabo are supposed to be on the same side. Now the story is looking different. I think at some point Iyabo and Wumi fell out, because if you listened to Izzy Ogbede's video, the recent one she just dropped today, she said that she doesn't even want to talk about Wumi. That one is another Osunde on her own. So the only person, she's careful not to call Iyabo name, because of course it's an easy guess that okay, probably Iyabo paid her, that's why she's doing this. But she's careful not to call Iyabo's name. She doesn't want to call who she's supporting. Yes, she's open enough to say who she's not supporting. So we can read in between the lines. These things have happened over and over and again. We are becoming wiser by the day. We have seen it. It's not like those times when we were all cajoled into believing that it was the Malians that had a hand in it. In fact, at some point, they felt like it was Naira Marley that actually spied the young man. So in this Naira Marley's video now, one thing I can say, like I said again, that's a calm young man. And again, Mubad died by accident. There was nothing about his death that was intentional, because if all along the Malians were the ones that were supposed to take a fall for that, why did that happen when all of these persons were not even in the country? Naira Marley was not in the country, and he was the one everybody carried in their mouth at that time. He was not in the country. He had released evidence. He wasn't even around. Okay, if you intend to do something and frame someone else for it, at least wait for the person to maybe be in the country, and then probably in the same town. Then you can say, oh, he was around at the time, this was it, he's around. Okay, maybe it happened in the night and then he flew to the other state claiming he's in the other state, but he was not even in the country. His passport is there to prove when he exited the country and when he entered the country back. So how is somebody who is in another continent by somebody else in another continent? It just doesn't cut it, you see. So I feel like Probably it wasn't even intended for the young man to be pied like that, and then accidentally it happened. And now that it has happened, who do we blame? Who do we push this thing to that will be easy for the public to believe that we have enough backup to prove it? So, because those videos had been done before that time of Mubad say, okay, if anything happens to him, they should check the Malians and stuff. Okay, those videos were available. Okay, let's push it in the air and lay it on these guys. And unfortunately for them, this guy was not even in the country. They were not around. So how did he move from who pied him to who bullied him? And all his evidences are clear. They are clear. It's just that eh, people, it's just normal that we don't even want to say anything about against somebody who is already gone to rest, someone who have died. But it seems as if Mubad was the problem all along regarding him and the Malians. And while they were busy pushing those videos out to make it look like it was the Malians that were responsible for Mubad's passing, one thing they forgot and they didn't pay attention to was that Mubad also had a video where he was telling Wunmi that if anything happens to him, he was talking about her family too, that the whole world will know, that his God will not disappoint him or something. You can imagine that didn't go out. And when that video eventually resurfaced and Wumi was asked, she said around that time he was in a very vulnerable place, he wasn't in his right state of mind. But you're not saying he's not in his right state of mind, making me feel like the young man is not normal. I mean, okay, so let's just agree that he's not normal. At that time. So he had to be normal and he had to be the Malians. But when it was your own turn, he was not normal. There was one other video I saw where she was trying to collect a phone from him, and the way she snatched that phone, Omo, Wumi is lying. She's lying. In fact, her first interview that she did, that she granted with TVC, that was where I knew that something is wrong. Why did you wait till now? Why? Ah, no, no. Naira Marley is a strong guy. Like, given all he has been through, if I was supposed to, probably if I was in his position, which I obviously am not, I don't know how I would have handled it. Probably my emotions would have even messed everything up and made me look guilty already. For him to still, you know, coordinate himself and speak this freely with evidence, and I'm like, Nigerians, come on. And around that time, everybody was like, "Oh, justice for against bullying a widow or something." One nonsense trend like this, one nonsense trend that was on TikTok. And Wumi came out to say, "Right now in Nigeria, I am the most bullied widow in Nigeria. Right now, I'm the most bullied widow." Are you the most bullied widow, or are you that widow that bullied the husband? Something accidentally happened, and something happened in that house right now. The opinion, and I think this is going to have to be a general opinion given by the comments we see everywhere now, is that Omomi, Adura, Darusha, those people that were in the house with Mobad around that time, and those guys that were in the car, because Umi said he died in the hospital. Iyabo just said he died in the house, and the guys that announced it say they were crying in the car. So did they carry him from the house or they carried him from the hospital? All of them should be found out and let them come and tell us what actually happened from their own ends, because the story Yumi is presenting is not looking the same with the one that people who were in the house, like the father of Mubad, even the mother's sister, came to confirm that she saw blood on the duvet. And I don't know, in this 21st century, do they do autopsy at home? Because I don't understand. There are so many things they are saying that doesn't even look close to something that can be true. And when it comes to Very Dark Man, these same people that come to support Iyabojo and say, "Oh, Queen Mother, you're attacking her unjustly. You're attacking this widow unjustly. You're bullying her." The same people will come and speak against you. And these same people that speak against you, they are still Very Dark Man's fans. Now, there are two types of fans that I have categorized. There's a negative fan and a positive fan. We are the positive Rattle members. We are always there. We show our support. We are open about it. The negative fans are those that are not really his fan, but they have accepted in their hearts that this young man is in a place where he cannot be ignored. He's actually making sense. And we obviously are not making sense. That's a negative fans now. I'm speaking for them now. They know they are not making sense. So I can tell you that Most of his negative fans are his subscribers on YouTube. They are his followers on Instagram. They are his followers on TikTok. They are his followers everywhere. That's why they have information about everything he says. They go to watch his videos also. And then they come and then they want to say something upside down. I always say again, very dark man presents us with facts. If Iyabo, Joe, and Wunmi have their evidences, present it. Give us fact. If you will see that if your fact is superseding, just give us facts first, because they feel like we the Rattle members that we run it like a cult. We are so committed to very dark man, whether he's right or wrong. And I'm telling you that it is not true. He presents facts. He presents evidence. Like when this Mubad issue happened, the first person that would say anything that will relate to something that was outside the general narrative that everyone was pushing was very dark man. He was one that said, okay, we are trying to rule out a lot of options. Do a DNA test. Let's be sure this baby is Mubad to be everywhere scattered. Everybody was against him. Oh, you are bullying her. You are doing this. You're doing that. And until now, the DNA test, because now there are two contrasting news around that DNA test. Wumi said on TVC that she has not done it. Iyabo said they have secretly done it with the mother. Which one are we to believe? Because the same Iyabo said he died in the house. Wumi said he died in the hospital. Is he in the house or in the hospital or in between the house and the hospital? Okay, is it being done using the grandmother, paternal grandmother, like they said, or it has not been done, or it is nearby? We don't even know. These people, like, really, these people should just think. Is your birthday? I know you have kids. You have three kids. I don't know if you have a male child or not. I don't know if you have brothers, but I know you have a father and you have a husband. And if anything like this happens, the pain of loss, people don't understand it. I have lost a close relative before, and I know how difficult it is. And then somebody comes online and starts saying something that is out of sense. Like, even if you want to trend or if you're chasing clouds, like, well, it's something that I can understand. Some people want fame and they want to be everywhere. And the moment you say very dark man is a stupid person, all his haters, those his fans, those negative fans, they will gather and become a community around you. But I am saying, even if somebody is chasing clout and is trying to trend, trying to actually bring someone down is a wrong way to do it. Not just bringing someone down. This has involved the loss of somebody's son, somebody's relative, somebody who was a celebrity, somebody that was celebrated, someone who was good at his art, someone who affected in his own way. So I just feel like it's unnecessary for Izugbede to just carry her camera every morning and start talking what she likes. It's very unfair. And let posterity judge. Let posterity judge.